good evening, and welcome back to Campfire Stories. Pull your chair close, because tonight's tale is fiction, mostly, and it starts under my own 2 feet. This spring I was down in the cellar of the old log house, tearing up the rotten floorboards to lay new ones. And when I pried up the last plank in the corner, I found a hole in the ground I had lived over for 20 years and never known was there.
A hole in a house you have owned since before we were married, and you never once looked under the floor.
It was a well, Carol. A proper old well, stone-lined round as a barrel, dug by whoever raised this house on the granite ridge long before us. Somebody had sealed it over with a slab and floorboards and simply forgot it was down there. I dropped a pebble in, and I never heard it hit the bottom. Just cold air coming up, and that mineral smell like a cave breathing.
And a sensible man nails the board back down and lays his new floor over it.
That was the plan. I nailed it shut and I went to bed. But at 1:13 in the morning I woke up, and from under the house, faint as a moth against a window, I heard a telephone ringing. An old telephone, that long brassy country ring. Coming up out of the ground.
It was the furnace, or the pipes, or your own 2 ears getting on in years, same as the rest of you.
I thought so too. So the next night I sat at the top of the cellar stairs in the dark and I waited. 1 o'clock came. And at 13 after, right on the minute, it started again. Ring. And a long quiet. Ring. Rising up through the stone from somewhere very far below.
Marty, there is no telephone at the bottom of a well. Nobody ran a line down a hole nobody knew about. Wells hold water, not phone calls.
I said all that to myself, word for word. But the ringing did not care what I said. It came every night, 1:13 sharp, patient as a clock, waiting for somebody down there to pick up. And nobody ever did.
So you left it alone. You covered it back up, you called Henry to pour concrete, and you let the poor thing wring itself out? Tell me that is how this goes.
I could not leave it, Carol. You know I could not. A man hears a phone ringing under his own house for 12 nights straight. He has to know who is calling. So I got the good microphone, the one I use for the show, and 100 feet of cable, and I lowered it down the well into the dark.
You lowered your show microphone down a bottomless hole in the ground at 1 o'clock in the morning while I was asleep. Of course you did.
I fed it down slow, past the wet stone, past where the flashlight quit, into that black cold air. And I put the headphones on and I listened. For a while there was only the drip and the hum of the deep earth. And then at 13 after 1, far below me, the telephone began to ring.
All right. I will admit that would put a chill in me. Reel it up, Marty. Whatever it is down there, it is not for us.
I meant to. My hand was on the cable. And then down at the bottom of the well, somewhere under all that stone and dark, the ringing stopped. Somebody had answered it.
Answered it. There is nobody down there. There cannot be anybody down there.
There was a little click in my headphones, the sound of an old receiver lifted off the cradle. And then a voice came up out of the well, calm and easy, the way you answer a phone you have been expecting all your life. It said, "Hello, this is Marty. Thank you for calling. I have been waiting a long time."
That is not funny. That is your voice. That is you.
It was me, Carol. My voice warm as anything, sitting at the bottom of a sealed well under our house, 13 after 1 in the morning, answering a phone that has been ringing for 20 years. And up here in the dark, with the headphones on and my own hand shaking on the cable, I heard myself say, "Hold on." Somebody is lowering a microphone. I think he can hear us now.
Marty, take the headphones off. Take them off right now.
And that is where we will leave the fire tonight, friends, with me at the top of the cellar stairs, listening to myself, far below, tell the caller that I am finally here. Sleep well. Do not answer the phone.
Good night, everyone.
And if you hear yourself pick up, hang up. Some calls you do not want to take. Good night, Marty. You are sleeping in the barn.